moving to Los Angeles is a big decision and a big move.
Don't do it.
Unless you can avoid making these 5 mistakes when moving to Los Angeles.
Hey everybody, this is Adam Rosal. This is my business partner David Fine, and we are the Real Estate Dads coming to you live from Los Angeles. Not really live, kind of taped a little bit. Anyways, if this is your first time at our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about Los Angeles, well, lucky you. We do tons and tons of videos of what it's like to live here.
Yeah, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell so you get notified every single time we drop a new video. And honestly, we're getting tons of emails, phone calls, texts, and DMs from people like yourselves.
DMs!
Thinking about making a move or relocating here. So if you are thinking about making that move to Los Angeles, make sure you reach out to us. We've got your back every time you move here. The move to Los Angeles is exciting, could be overwhelming. You've got lots of moving parts, where to live, are you gonna buy a house, are you gonna rent, your job, kids going to school, neighborhoods to choose from, the moving company.
Right.
Well, we're here to help you to avoid 5 major mistakes when moving to Los Angeles. So this rest of the video should help your move be a lot smoother.
A lot smoother. Let's jump right into it.
Jump right into it. Number 1 is trying to buy a home here in Los Angeles contingent on the sale of your home from wherever you're moving from.
Don't do it. Don't do it. From the perspective of the seller, we want to make your offer as clean and simple as possible, because how many offers do they have on the side?
I mean, 5, 7, 10 offers you're competing with, and a lot of those offers are probably not contingent on the sale of their home. And so your offer will likely not even be considered. You may not even get a counter because of what Adam said. There's just too much in the way, too many things that can go wrong with that type of offer. Now, we understand it may be difficult. You may be in a position where you can't buy unless you sell your home. There are options. You have bridge loan options. You can talk to lenders. We can put you in touch with somebody. You can pull money out of the equity of your home. If you bought your home even just 3 years ago, but let alone 5 and 7 years ago, you probably built up a lot of equity. You can put together a HELOC with a lender, pull money out of your home, use that as a down payment. Lots of options, but the bottom line is you can't make your offers here contingent on the sale of your home. You just won't get your offer accepted. All right, now we're on to the second thing you need to avoid when moving to Los Angeles. Big mistake is to be too broad in your home search. Now, LA is super big. If you've seen any of our videos, you know I've talked about it all the time.
How big?
500 square miles big.
500 square miles.
Yeah, it is enormous.
Large.
And I don't think people understand and get the perspective until you're actually here. Living in the north, south, east, west is like almost living in completely different cities. And each of those sections have their own pocket neighborhoods. So you really want to consider and kind of narrow down what's important to you and why you're buying or why you want to live in certain areas.
Absolutely. We've got a lot of relocation clients here who they come here from different states and they're coming here for work or they're coming here for school or for whatever. And you need to hone in on those specific reasons why you're moving here. If it's for work, okay, let's draw a radius from where your office is. If it's for a specific school or family member, again, let's draw a radius and keep you close, because at the end of the day, traffic kind of dictates a lot of what you do here in LA.
It really does. Adam makes a big point, because you're going to move here. You want to enjoy everything that LA has to offer, the sunshine, the beaches, all the activities, the hiking, whatever it is that you're into. The thing is, it may take you an hour to get there if you're living in the wrong spot. So you want to focus on, of course, as Adam mentioned, where you're going to be working, how long it's going to take you to get there, and what you like to do as well. What are your hobbies? What do you like to do as a family? What do you like to do on date night? Whatever it is, you want to have that in mind, because you kind of want to live where you're going to be most active and hanging out. Because in some of our other videos, we've talked about taking a long time to get to other places, and sometimes when you live in parts of Los Angeles, you don't even see the other parts of LA.
We actually have a client who is moving here from a different state, and trying to pick a school and being close to work could be a matter of a 45 to an hour minute difference. And at the end of the day, your time is your everything. We want to make sure that we focus on sparing your time and keeping you consistent and keeping you close to all activities you're focusing on.
And absolutely, and because we're both born and raised in LA, we've got the inside information on how that would all look. So when you are making that move, or when you're getting ready to figure out what's important to you and where you're thinking about making a move, reach out to us and we're happy to help you kind of visualize and what that looks like as far as your commute and your lifestyle. All right, now we're on our third mistake to avoid when moving to Los Angeles, and that is being too overly committed to your quote unquote deal breakers. Now, everyone has deal breakers, everyone has wants and needs, but whether this is your first time buying or if you've bought before, when you go through the home buying process, sometimes things change as you actually start looking at homes and looking at neighborhoods. And we work with a lot of relocation clients, and Adam can attest to this, people moving here for work, for other reasons. Sometimes they have the specifics that they really want in this house or they think they want, but it narrows down their search so much that we're just not finding anything.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you might have heard this before, but you are probably not going to find the perfect home that meets all of your needs and wants. So it'll be good to kind of list everything and kind of list them and just rank them by what you absolutely want and what you can afford to take on.
Yeah, and we just ask in this, especially in this market and in Los Angeles, that you be flexible.
Right.
Have that list, but as you're going through the search, maybe being a little bit open-minded to things being able to be changed on that list or reordered, because with the market being so competitive and depending on the neighborhood and the location, you may have to give up a few of those items to get the home in the neighborhood that you like, or to get the home that's close enough in the commute. So we're not telling you to just give up everything.
Right.
It's just being more flexible will help you with your search in Los Angeles in this really hot market. We've gotten through the 3 big mistakes when moving to Los Angeles. We're on number 4. Something you need to avoid is just playing the waiting game, waiting too long to make your move and buy that house. Now, rates have gone up. So we get it. There's hesitation in the market. And it's significant. We're not talking just a percent. We're talking 2 or sometimes even 3% higher than what we were just a few months ago. So the problem is prices haven't quite come down yet, and we're in the middle of June. We'll see what happens. But if you're in this for long term, if we're not talking for those of you that are thinking about moving to Los Angeles for like 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. If you're in this for long term, 5 years plus, the amount of equity you're going to lose and the amount of money that you spend on rent, it's not worth the wait.
Yeah, typically we see home appreciation before the pandemic was like 5 or 10%, even 10% pretty high. And then when the pandemic hit, you see appreciating rates at 20%, 25%.
Yeah.
So it's much more advisable to get in the game, own a property, and watch your appreciation grow, because it's going to be guaranteed to grow in LA.
Absolutely. And there's ups and downs in any market, but in LA, the amount of appreciation and the amount of equity that people hear, it's actually, depending on what your financial goals are, it's a way to build wealth,
right,
also while living in your own residence that you own. So we've had clients wait, they were talking to us 2 years ago and they were going to wait for the market to come down. Then last year, same thing. Then they ended up buying.
Yep.
Tell the story, same neighborhood.
Yeah, so they were looking at a property a couple years ago. Property was under $1 million. Now the property is over $1 million, same size, same everything. It's just appreciation took the prices 20% over it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, and so that's kind of a lesson we've had to deal with several clients. It's unfortunate. Thankfully, they got in the game now. Because they're going to be very happy, 4 or 5 years from now when they have that appreciation, and maybe they pull out money. They either can up leg and buy a bigger place later, or maybe they buy an investment property. But for a lot of our clients that have waited and paid, and rent has gone up.
Rent is appreciated also.
Yeah, so either way, you're paying more now than you were, a few months ago or even last year. But if you're renting, you're just throwing money away, and
Yep.
The longer you wait, the more it's going to cost you in those opportunity costs. So make sure you don't wait too long. And if you have any questions on what the market is doing, how rates are going, reach out to us. We're on our last and final big mistake when moving to Los Angeles, and that is moving to LA without a car or without a vehicle in general. We've mentioned, go check out our other videos. The transportation system here it's getting better, but it's not good. It's not great. It's really hard to find good public transportation to where you want to go because the city's so big, it doesn't reach everywhere. You really need a car or some sort of vehicle that's going to take you places.
Yeah, LA is such a commuter city. It's
Yeah.
not like San Francisco. It's not like New York that have their own subway system. Everything relies on your car here in LA. And it's super important, uber important for you to just, get in a car and go. And so if you're not comfortable driving, if you're not comfortable owning your vehicle, it's going to be very difficult to get around Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, we're such a car culture centric place here for a lot of reasons, but you can think, well, okay, I'll just Uber it everywhere I go. That gets expensive,
Right.
and sometimes there's a waiting game. And depending if you have a family and you need car seats, it just doesn't work that way. Because it's so hard to get to different places on our public transportation system, not having a car is really you're gonna feel it. You're not gonna be able to enjoy the city. You may not even get to your work where public transportation doesn't reach, or you get to that public transportation, you still gotta walk 10 blocks to wherever you're getting to. It just adds a lot more time. Yes, you'll be sitting in traffic, but as we talked about, you can do things while you're in traffic. Podcasts, music, get on the phone. We talk all the time when we're in the car.
Even in 5 years when there's self-driving cars, you could just watch a movie.
Yeah. So whatever you do not move here without a vehicle. It is imperative you have one. All right, those are the 5 big mistakes to avoid when moving to Los Angeles. There may be other little ones, but those are some big ones that we suggest you consider heavily. When you are making the move here, make sure you call us, reach out to us, text, email, however which way. We've got your back when moving to LA.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit the button to like so you can be notified when new videos come on.